James May Crosley was probably the most unreliable car they ever used on a Grand Tour special, and probably a Top Gear special too. But why was it so unreliable? Thankfully, I can tell you why. After owning this car for nearly a year now and having many things fixed, I can tell you exactly why this car was so unreliable for James, well, and me. I often joke with people that this car has had a full restoration apart from all the bits that don't work. Now, they did actually have a full restoration by the museum in Finland who restored it, but I think they only really knew what they were doing with the bodywork and not so much the engine. The member of production from the TV show, shut up! The member of production who I bought this car from fixed the alternator, so that was clearly not working, and we did see that on the TV show that James had to check that the battery was flat, because it was. Do you remember that this car kept cutting out when it went over a bumpy surface or just at random times, a bit like in this video? Whoa! Oh no! 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 Oh, bollocks. Yeah, not a good place either.
Back to the garage?
Yeah, I think so. Ah.
And do you need a hand if anything?
Well, that's very kind of you, but it's okay. I literally live round the corner. But thank you very much. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Oh, God. Right. Oh, come on. I've got to be careful not to run the battery out. Otherwise, we're going to have to push the fine car. Oh, bollocks. Oh, stop with your sounds. Our good friend Nigel very kindly spent quite a long time working on this car over many days in the cold and did a lot of things, but what he did find was that the points were shorting out in the distributor. He changed many ignition components, solved many faults, but the thing was the car still ran roughly no matter what we did. So what we put that down to was the carburettor. Since it was the carburettor at fault, we got some extra help that didn't turn out to be particularly helpful, because the carburettor ended up being stolen by a bird enthusiast. So after many difficult events, it left me in a very tricky position. I couldn't find another Crosley carburettor that matched what I had. They didn't exist. I couldn't find them on Google. Looking around America online, I couldn't find them. So I turned to the Crosley Owners Club. Now, what a good decision that was, because the Crosley people were absolutely fantastic. Friendly, enthusiastic, used to breaking down, used to solving problems, and they were super kind and helpful, and they told me that the original carburettor for this car was actually something called a Tillotson, as far as I'm aware, and the carburettor that I had in this car that James was using on the show was actually from a World War II Jeep. It wasn't even the right carb that the museum fitted to this car. It had the wrong one. It was too powerful, because anything's too powerful for this. It was causing overfueling and bad running. So James had that problem as well. This always had the wrong carburettor on. They didn't fit the right one. One of the best things to come out of the Crosley Club, other than some fantastic friends, was a very kind man named Barry Seal, who restores Crosleys, all sorts of models of Crosleys, and he offered to rebuild an original carburettor that would have been the exact specification for this car, so it would match and it would work nicely. So that's what happened. So after losing this one, I ended up with something better. It's funny how things work out. So he very kindly sent it to me all the way from America, fully rebuilt, and that was that. And this is who I really need to give the most thanks to, because he is the one that actually made this car run again, be reliable, and just work. And his name is Martin Brooks from Brooks Custom and Classics. Fantastic finding Martin. He's been nothing but helpful and kind to us and got this car running again. He fitted Barry's carburettor, he fixed many faults with this car, got it fully set up, running again, sorted a really difficult oil leak with a seal that just would not behave. He got me out of a lot of trouble with this car, and without him these videos wouldn't have been possible. So I cannot recommend Martin enough, and thank you for all of your fantastic help. It's as simple as that. And what Martin also did was fit an inline filter. Fantastic. So many good jobs and good work has gone into this car to finally make it pretty much as good as it's going to be, as good as it was when Mr. Crosley released it with his fridges. It's as good now. Thank you, Martin and Nigel and the Crosley Club and me. So something that I thought would be nice would be to send James a letter saying, hey, I've got your car. I know you hated it, but I've got your car. And I thought what I would do was explain some of this mechanical stuff to him so he knew that it wasn't all the car's fault. It wasn't its fault the Finnish people put the wrong carburettor on it. It wasn't its fault that it's a Crosley. Well, it is a Crosley, it can't help that. But it wasn't its fault for many things. The alternator didn't work, all of these things, the distributor on the points. That wasn't this car's fault. So I was hoping that James could learn to forgive it. I got in touch with James Gin, who very kindly offered to take my parcel and actually give it to James in person. And you'll see here with this picture that James did receive my parcel and acknowledged everything. So he knows I've got the Crosley, he knows everything I've been through with it. But the best thing in that parcel was this. Oh God, oh, I've got it upside down. I'll have to do it with two hands. Oh God, I don't want to crease it. The best thing in that parcel was this. Look at this fantastic artwork by my very good friend Nines, a fellow German, although not quarter Jahr. But yes, look at that. She drew and painted this for me and James. And James has got his own copy too. And she very kindly let me have my own copy. Fantastic artist, fantastic friend. Thank you, Nines. This is the official Crosley owner's book that came with this car. And as you can see, the Crosley logo with an arrow. It was destined to be shot at. A fine car, you see. But really, all this book should have just said is phone up Barry Seal and Martin and Nigel. That's really what this should say. So now you know why this car was so unreliable, and now you also know that a lot of it wasn't even its fault. But sadly, there is something I do have to say. I am going to have to say goodbye to this car. Now that it's all sorted and is a fine car, unfortunately, I'm going to have to let it go, which is rather sad. But if you're really interested in knowing why and what, then click here to watch why I'm saying goodbye to James May Crosley. Thanks.